When you're with someone you truly love and care for, it feels like everything is just right. Not perfect, just right. Like the world could fall apart, but this moment still feels whole. Love isn't built on candlelit dinners and perfect selfies. It's in the little things, the quiet check-ins, the shared glances, the forgiveness, the staying. Happy couples? They don't have a secret formula, but they do have habits. Habits that whisper strength, not scream it. Habits that make love last. There are no perfect relationships, but there are couples who show up daily, ready to turn I into we. So, what does it take to stay in love, not just fall into it? Here are 20 quiet, powerful habits great relationships are built on. Some might surprise you. They learn each other's love language. Lasting couples don't just say, I love you. They say it in ways their partner truly hears, through words, physical touch, actions, quality time, or gifts. They speak in fluent affection. Anne and David, married 32 years, once found themselves in a rut. She longed for long walks and talks. He showed love by running errands and fixing things. One day she told him, I miss you, even though you're always doing things for me. That moment changed everything. They started folding laundry together, turning chores into time spent. Connection deepened. They speak with respect, even in anger. If there's one thing that takes the trophy in a relationship, it's respect. Disagreements happen, but name-calling and blame? Never. Even in heated moments, they honor the person behind the problem. Respect becomes their anchor. How you treat your partner in anger is the real you. So, be nice. They're honest, even when it hurts. Being truthful is the real virtue in a relationship. They know that hiding feelings creates distance, and silence can be just as dishonest as lies. They'd rather have a tough conversation than carry unspoken resentment. And if you've ever felt your partner withdraw suddenly, maybe it's not silence, it's an untold truth aching to come out. They don't sweat the small stuff. Not every battle deserves a war. Happy couples know how to laugh off a sock left on the floor, or a forgotten grocery item. The connection matters more than the inconvenience. They choose peace over proving a point. One night, Laura's husband forgot their anniversary. She smiled, handed him a frozen pizza, and said, "Guess who's rubbing my feet tonight?" They laughed and built a memory that meant more than any dinner date. They choose compromise over ego. It's not about who's right. It's about what's right for both. They meet halfway often, knowing that fairness isn't measured by who gives in less. Ego might win the argument, but it loses the closeness, something that breaks any relationship. So cut the ego from within and always say yes to understanding. They work as a team. Love isn't a solo act. The happy couples plan together, support each other, and lean in when life leans hard. They're partners, not opponents. Whether it's paying bills or planning retirement, they're co-pilots. Carol, 58, once said, "When my husband got laid off, we didn't fall apart. We sat down with coffee and built a plan. That's when I knew this was a team for life." You'd be surprised how steady a home can feel, even in crisis, when you know you're not alone in it. They value companionship. Beneath romance lies friendship. They find comfort in simple things like morning coffee, evening walks, or just breathing the same quiet air. Companionship becomes the rhythm of their everyday life. And if you feel the spark is fading, well, maybe it's just the ember waiting to glow in the quiet again. They don't let outsiders decide their bond. Others may not understand your relationship, and that's okay. What matters is how you and your partner define it. Real love isn't for public approval. Ever wondered how many relationships fall apart not from conflict, but from so many outside opinions? How does social media influence it? It's important to protect your peace. The most sacred love is often the one least explained. They don't let grudges grow. They don't keep score. They let go. They talk it out. Not because it's easy, but because bitterness builds walls, and they'd rather build bridges. After a silly argument about dishes, Marcus texted his wife a meme about the dishwasher wars. She replied with a selfie wearing a bubble crown. They laughed their way back to love. And here's a bonus truth. Sometimes a joke is the first step back to forgiveness. So be humorous, be goofy, be you. They communicate, not guess. Don't expect your partner to be a mind reader, so better ask or tell them instead. They listen, they clarify. They say, I need you and I hear you without embarrassment. Communication becomes a shared language of safety and strength. So, it's not about having all the answers, it's about being willing to ask the right questions. Even as simple, did something I do hurt you? Can heal more than you think. They laugh a lot. Playfulness keeps love light. They tease, giggle, and share inside jokes. Even after years, they find joy in the ordinary. John and Lisa, married 45 years, still argue about who won their first board game date. They forgot the game, but remember the laughter. Funny how some memories last longer than victories. So, lighten up. They build true intimacy. Let's be clear, it's not just physical. Happy couples celebrating silver anniversaries share insecurities, dreams, even old wounds. Vulnerability becomes their strength. What if true intimacy had less to do with passion and more with honesty? There's something magical about someone who says, "Here I am, scars and all," and stays when you do the same. They accept each other as they are. They don't fall for someone's potential. They fall for who they are. The quirks, the baggage, the magic, it's all loved. After 40 years, June said, "He's still late to everything. I just bring a book now." Acceptance isn't settling. It's loving someone within their humanity. They practice the golden rule daily. Now, what's the golden rule that keeps a happy couple last a decade or two, or even 50 decades together? They give what they hope to receive. Compassion, patience, a warm meal, a loving gesture. Kindness isn't conditional. Sometimes the happiest marriages begin with the quietest gestures. Tea in the morning, a gentle back rub after a long day, and they last a lifetime. They celebrate each other. Every small win gets noticed. They don't compete, they complete. They're each other's greatest fans. Even an "I'm proud of you" after mowing the lawn can go a long way. And let's be real, being seen in the little things often means more than being applauded for the big ones. They pick their battles carefully. Before reacting, they pause and ask, will this matter in a year? Often it won't. That pause saves 1,000 arguments. You'd be surprised how peace grows when pride takes a breath. They step away from anger. Every couple gets into a conflict, an argument, a silly bicker. But healthy couples don't get frustrated. When tension rises, they walk, not shout. They cool off and come back with grace. Reacting in rage never helps. Responding with care does. Samantha and Rick keep a timeout chair in their living room. It's not punishment, it's a pause. Their kids grew up watching this silent lesson. Respect doesn't disappear during disagreement. They apologize without embarrassment. They don't say, "I'm sorry, but..." They say it and mean it. Pride doesn't stop healing. If you've ever said, "I'm sorry you feel that way," try instead, "I'm sorry I hurt you." It's a difference that builds trust. They forgive again and again. Love isn't perfect. It trips, stumbles, gets messy. But forgiveness is what dusts it off and keeps it walking forward. And if you're thinking, "But I forgave them last time," remember, so did they. Love, real love, forgives more than once. And yes, they don't count. They make everyday sacrifices. Not diamonds, not dramatic declarations. Just choosing their partner again and again in the little things. In the quiet acts that whisper, "I choose you." One man wakes 15 minutes early just to warm up the car for his wife in winter. She tucks handwritten notes in his lunch. These aren't grand gestures, but they're the heartbeat of lasting love. They teach us to love without conditions, to respect boundaries, both shared and personal, to show up daily with presence, gratitude, and care. And here's the final truth. Love doesn't keep track, it keeps going. Love each other unconditionally. Don't put a price tag on affection. Say thank you. Smile more. Touch more. Listen more. Because at the end of it all, there is no love without forgiveness, and there is no forgiveness without love. If you found someone who makes your soul feel like home, hold them, show them, love them intentionally. Because the best love stories, they're not flashy, they're quiet, steady, and still being written one gentle moment at a time. So, build that nest with a person who is your home. If you liked this video, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video with those who want perfect relationship advice. Because we believe love must be shared, just as this video. Until next time.